Hello YouTube, welcome to Formula 1 2017. Here we are for the EWRL Season 3 Bahrain Grand Prix. We're starting tonight off with a short qualifying 12 minutes. Fastest lap time starts on the pole. We have 7 drivers tonight. We're trying to get 2 to 3 more to join during qualifying. So minimum of 7, maximum of 10. And the session begins now, so let's see. Looks like one of the Renaults will be out first. Tristan makes his way out. We watch the cars as they fire up and get around the track. Alright, so looks like Tristan's coming around to start the final sector, Sector 3, and he's coming around to start his timed lap. See Tristan flying through here. Brakes a little too much, I would say, to that corner. Maybe he's still trying to get used to the track. You have his telemetry in the bottom right corner. There is a Troy Salter giving way. And Tristan to the top of the charts with a 130.280. Can probably get faster. Now enjoying Larry Arsenal coming to the start finish line. Does he top that? No, he will not. 133.900. Now watch BG with a 132. Caution sector 1. That would be Tristan just laying someone by. Comes Malenko to start his lap, and Troy Salter on his timed lap. Tyler Markle slower than Tristan for a 130.682, his teammate. Now it's Troy Salter finished sector 2 and 3 on his first time lap. Super soft compound on everybody. It is the fastest compound here, softest compound. And Troy Salter, the third. Kyle Petrie, starting his timed lap, let's go on board with him. Alright, so Joshua Ballier to the top of the charts with a 130.056. It's now up to Kyle Petrie if he can top that, or looks like Joshua Ballier is starting to pull. But they still have more time. Just the way it's been, the way this is pretty much the starting grid every other week with a couple flips, but there's not really huge differences. Hey Manny Finks, how you doing? Kyle Petrie into the final corner. Off of the final quarter, down the straightaway, 126, 127, 128, doing everything he can. It'll be fifth. Look at the top five within 1/10 of a second. There it is. So it looks like Larry Arsenault's coming around to start another lap. Fastest lap of a 131.627. He is 1.5 seconds off the pole. Or 1.5 tenths off the pole. Actually no, 1.5 seconds. That's pretty big. It is 1.5 seconds. So if you can find a 1.5 seconds somewhere on this track, that is what he's going to try to do. You see teammate Kyle Petrie. Larry Arsenault keeping it first gear, 9,000 RPMs. Oh no, he's out of fuel. He's been going. Larry Arsenault's out of fuel. Oh, that's great. Comes Tristan Allen on an outlap, Troy Salter on an outlap, seeing that they can improve their lap time. Tristan Allen is going to be the one that I think can take the top spot from Ballier. We're going to see, he's flying out, he's coming around on his outlap. Let's see where Lee Arsenault, loving that 46 mile per hour, out of fuel. Using the final fuel reserve that car has. I feel like for Tristan Allen, this is going to be it. This is going to be, it either goes or it doesn't on this lap. So here we go, coming off of the final corner. Tristan Allen picks up the DRS and away he goes. For the pull, he's got to find two almost 23 100ths of a second. That's what he's got to find. He's got to find 23 100ths of a second. Somewhere on this track. 24 100ths. Which that's not that much, but any little mistake adds up. See, 24 100ths is all he was. So maybe a little bit faster through that corner. That might do it if he just can nail the rest of this lap. Oh, he misses the apex. That's not going to help. He's going on another lap. Giving it all she's got. He's going on another lap. He's gonna let the car do the rest of this lap. Tyler Markle now looking for his pole. See, missing that one apex may have screwed Tristan. Tristan Allen put all his money into one lap, and it's not going to be enough. He's already taken it back to the pit lane. Troy Salter to the top of the charts of a 129.947. Here comes Tyler Markle. This is it either goes or it doesn't here. Start of sector 2. Ballier is not out to defend his lap. So Troy Salter right now was the current pole sitter. Provisional pole sitter. If Tyler Markle can fly around the rest of this lap. Oh, he gets a little bit of oversteer. Coming to start sector 3. This is all or nothing. Down the final straightaway. Tyler Markle through the final corner. Can he find over half a second to the line? No, he does not. Troy Salter right now, provisional pole sitter. Kyle Petrie, only other driver we're looking for. Now we wait. Does Kyle Petrie have the chance to do it? Looks like Kyle Petrie is not able to do so. Let's see what there is. There's Brian's lap. It's all over. Troy Salter, the upset pole winner in Bahrain. Now can he take that to the race? We have to watch the rest of this minute. The AI has run out of fuel. Time's finally running out. That's qualifying. So here's your starting order: Troy Salter in the Williams, then Joshua Ballier in the McLaren, Tristan Allen, Tyler Markle, row 2 in Renaults, row 3, Kyle Petrie in the Force India with Brian Glennon in the Sauber, and row 4, Larry Arsenault in the Force India. Check the race director, no incidents, and that's all we got. Alright, so as final preparations get underway, we're about to witness the formation lap. Here we go. 57 laps around Bahrain. The formation lap has begun. And around goes Troy Salter. Watching the rest of the formation lap here, the 2 Force Indias, the Sauber, and the 2 Renaults work their way around the track. And around goes the Force India. Well. Hope those tires are warm. Here we go. The grid spots are locked. Alright, here we go. It's time to bring the action. 5 red lights. And it's lights out. And away we go for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Troy Salter gets out to an amazing start. And now the 2 Renaults get to surround the McLaren. Down the inside goes Tyler Markle. Joshua Ballier is able to clear both of the Renaults, but here comes Tristan Allen, huge head of steam, already trying to come back. Everybody's nose to tail as they head down to turn 4. Turn 3 or 4. See Tristan Allen go wide through there, and Tyler Markle having to check up a little bit, and around goes the Renault of Tyler Markle. Kyle Petrie and Brian Glennon make some contact, and Markle finally getting back going. Back up front is Troy Salter with a 5/10 of a second advantage over Joshua Ballier. Oh, and Ballier with a huge run through the center of the corner, but Salter with a run on the exit. I think Salter's now got to be worried that he doesn't get overran from behind. Now, pulling down to the inside of the front stretch, Troy Salter the fastest lap of a 1:37.965 on the super soft compound, Williams Racing. Ballier to the lead and overshoots the corner. Now falls to third. Tristan Allen to the second position in the Renault. Here comes Kyle Petrie down the inside of the McLaren to try to take the third position on the podium. They make contact, and around goes the Force India of Kyle Petrie. So Brian Glennon now running in a career high 4th place. Or no, one spot just short of a career high. And things are looking up for Brian Glennon and what looked to be a little bit of oversteer for Kyle Petrie. And Troy Salter trying to be running away with this one early here in Bahrain. Troy Salter fastest lap of a 1:36.042 on the super soft compound. Nobody able to top that just yet. Maybe Tyler Markle as he crosses the start finish line. No, he does not top it. And Troy Salter, stellar beginning to the race. DRS is now enabled from race control. Caution sector 1. Larry Erstnall goes around. Troy Salter goes off the track a little bit. We now go on board with Tristan Allen, who has the DRS. Allen going to be on the aggressive, trying to chase down Salter. Renault versus Williams. Top spot here as they come through the final corners, down the straightaway. Heavy braking into the final corner. Allen trying to outdo Salter. Both looking for the first win of the season. Salter looking for his first career win. Tristan Allen 1:35.863 on the super soft compound for McLaren Honda's Formula 1 team. Try not to overuse his car. Now all over the gearbox of Troy Salter. Now Salter under the pressure, trying to defend. Allen for a little bit of oversteer through turn 3. The Salter goes off, now side by side down the straightaway. Here comes Ballier, looking to take advantage of this. Tristan Allen to the lead. Salter's got to be thinking, why do I overdo that corner? No reason he should be overdoing that corner. Lap 4 of the race. And now he's just given up the top spot, and he's under pressure now for the second position. Joshua Ballier in the McLaren Honda. Here comes the Renault defending down the inside, middle of the track. Tristan Allen is. Down the inside, Troy Salter. Now nose to tail down the front straightaway. DRS is enabled, and you see both of the rear wings on those two cars. Joshua Ballier with the fastest lap of a 1:35.498 on the super soft compound. Down the inside, trying to take the lead. Troy Salter to the point temporarily. Ballier to the point. Advantage Salter through that corner. Now side by side down the straightaway to turn 3. Riding on board with Allen. This is advantage Ballier through turn 3. He overshoots it. Here comes Salter. They're going to be running side by side through the S's. Salter gives way just a little bit for Ballier to get out in front. Now down through the tighter corners of the circuit. What a battle for the lead we've got here. On board with Salter on the Williams. He's got to not overcook the brakes, not overdo the corner. He does a fantastic job through there, picking up the DRS. Ballier to the left side of the track, not giving his slipstream away. Salter trying to show that he deserves this one. And he's going to drive his heart out into the final, second to last corner of the track. Ballier goes wider through the corner. Here comes Salter down the straightaway. Allen no longer to be found in this battle. He's still there, but he's not participating in this battle. Down the front straightaway, Salter opens up the DRS flap on the rear wing. Looking to gain any advantage he can down the front straightaway. Salter moves up high. Down the inside. Can't get there. Now Ballier under heavy pressure from Salter, looking down the inside. Ballier hits the apex just right, what seems to be. Here comes Salter. Ballier hanging on just enough. Here comes Salter. He's still within. He's supposed to be within a second to have the DRS advantage. He's within 3/10 of a second. Right through that corner now. Still under half a second. Flying through the sector 2. Now starting the third sector, the fastest sector of the course. Sector 3. Actually, they're all pretty fast sectors. Down the straightaway into the final corner. Salter not gaining any advantage. This may be it for the battle for the lead for now. As Ballier continues to gain the advantage, let's see what DRS has to say down the front straightaway. He closes the gap, but it's not going to be enough. He's trying to outbrake Ballier, and then it's going to bite him in the ass as he comes off of turn 1. And Ballier is out of here. So it seems he's still within 7/10 of a second of Ballier. The range is 1 second. Ballier goes wide through turn 3. Salter's not giving up just yet. Using every bit of the track he can, finding any advantage he can find. Salter better on entry, Ballier better on exit, and exit is what does all at a track like Bahrain, and that's why Ballier is out in front of Salter right now. Now 6/10 of a second with DRS now down the short chute, 5/10 of a second. Gets on the rumble strip. That's going to lose some time to Ballier. 7/10, almost 8/10. Tristan Allen still in this battle enough to get DRS on Salter, so it's still technically a 3-car battle for the race lead. Here comes, looks like Salter got a better exit off the final corner with DRS. This is going to be a huge advantage for Salter. Ballier on the right side of the track, not giving him any slipstream. Caution sector 3. Larry Arsenault's gone around again. Back to the race lead. Ballier with the oversteer. Salter trying to come back now. Half a second separates him and Ballier. Tristan Allen hanging on by a thread in this battle. Ballier, major oversteer off of turn 3. All over the place, Ballier. Isn't it McLaren drifting? Wrong series. This is Formula 1, not Formula D. Ballier drifting through one of those corners. Insane. Looks like Ballier's tires have gone away. Here comes Salter back up on Ballier. Down the short chute. Salter looking for any advantage. This battle has not ended yet. It's still raging on here in the desert. Oh, Ballier goes wider off the corner. Here comes Salter down the straightaway. He's going to have to slipstream down into the final corner. Then it'll be a long shot on this DRS straight. Salter better exit off the final corner. Where does he come to get the DRS? There it is. 25 100s all over Ballier. Down this front straightaway to the left side of the track. Side by side into turn 1. Advantage Ballier. Salter a better run through the corner. Side by side. Oh, and they made contact. The 2 leaders hard into the wall. What just happened? They continue to race. They continue to battle. They hold second and third. Tristan Allen to the lead here in Bahrain. That just happened. Wow. These two being over aggressive to start the race. This may have just done their race. Here comes Tyler Markle in 4th, trying to get any advantage he can out of these two. It's a shock that these two are still in the event. Now Salter down 2 spots from where he started, Ballier where he started, and Tristan Allen 2 spots up from where he started. Does Ballier and Salter pit now? I think this is going to be doing a lot more damage to Salter than it does Ballier. Because Ballier just got his right rear clipped and around he went. Salter lost his left front and left front of the wing, and he hit the wall, but Salter stays out. This is probably not going to help Salter in any way. It depends what his strategy is, but I would pit if I were Troy Salter right about now. He's now lost 3 spots from where he started, and he continues to drop down the order. Brian Glennon now riding in 5th place. Salter back down the inside, makes contact with Tyler Markle. And it's not going to be a battle. Salter has to pit soon. I am just not believing that just happened. Salter now major oversteer onto the second DRS straightaway. Now falls back down to 4th behind Tyler Markle in the Renault. He's got to pit. I mean, he's going to be losing too much time. I'm still a little confused on why he's staying out. He goes wide. he's not looking for pit lane, so we'll see what happens to Troy Salter. We'll be right back. We're back here at Bahrain. Troy Salter still out on the track. We're gonna see what's going on up front. Is Ballier gaining any time on Tristan Allen? It's a nice view right there. Force India having a very strong showing in 6 and 7 out of 7 cars. It's an amazing showing for Force India. And out of the 3 cautions that have come out today, 4 cautions that have come out today, Larry Arsenal has been 2 of them. Tyler Merkel is 1 on the first lap, and Troy Salter, Joshua Ballier, when they made contact and spun off of turn 1. Tristan Allen running away with this race at this moment. He's had a mistake-free race, but we have yet to make pit stops. Tristan Allen on cruise control. Ballier is gaining on him. Ballier making huge dents into the gap between him and Tristan Allen. Here comes Ballier now drawing in to 1 second of Tristan Allen. That is the magic number. 1 second between the car in front of you, and you are able to get the DRS advantage on the 2 selected straightaways for this track. And they are about to head to one of them right now. 9/10 of a second. 7/10 of a second. Ballier to Allen. 6/10 of a second. Out of the corner. Onto the DRS straightaway. Here comes Ballier. He's back in the battle for the lead. Troy Salter, not having the time of his life. About to get passed for 4th. He needs to pit with that wing damage. So does Tristan Allen crack under the pressure, or is he going to be able to defend Ballier until Ballier uses all his car? So we're going to see what happens here as the battle is back on here in the desert. 3rd race of the season, the Bahrain Grand Prix. Ballier has already won a race this season. Consistency is Ballier's friend. And Troy Salter has made his way on the pit lane. It's time to get that front wing off. They set the car down and away he goes. He will come out in 6th position, 5 places from where he started the race. And the battle rages on for the lead. Ballier all up on the gearbox of Tristan Allen. Oh, they almost made contact. Ballier's now gone around Tristan Allen. Allen is not done yet. He's fighting back. It's not over. Ballier has made quick work of Allen. Ballier to pit lane. So the McLaren pit crew gets Tristan Allen to 2nd still. Does not improve. In fact, probably takes away any chance he had to get the lead back. So now Tyler Markle is your race leader for the fact that Renault does not want a double stack. So Tyler Markle making his showing here in Bahrain. Now Troy Salter, after making his pit stop, 34 seconds off the lead, and it'll cycle back around when Tyler Markle makes his pit stop, which should be this lap. Caution sector 2. And it is Tristan Allen going around. Tristan Allen back to pit lane. Troy Salter at the fastest lap of a 1:34.949. This is going to get good, folks. 18 seconds is the gap between Balliet and Salter. And it's a new front wing for Tristan Allen. And that is probably Tristan Allen's race right there. 41 laps remaining in the Grand Prix. Here comes Troy Salter now coming back on Brian Glennon. Never thought I'd say this, that Brian Glennon's at the front of the fastest car today. And it's not going a lap down, Brian Glennon. Also, Troy Salter has been in a lot of trouble today. Got in an incident with Balliet on lap 11. Or lap 9, my bad. And it's been something else. Joshua Balliet responds to the fastest lap by Salter at 1:34.771 on the soft compound for McLaren. And Balliet still running around with major oversteer. Kyle Petrie riding comfortably in second. I don't think he has made his pit stop yet. He's on the mediums though. Troy Salter responds for faster lap of a 1:34.670 on the soft compound. On board with Troy Salter, he's going to try to make his way around Brian Glennon. He gets to the inside and he makes quick work of him. Out of here. Now Troy Salter in the 4th position. Caution, Sector 1. Larry Arsenault making the 3rd TV appearance today. That time, his front wing and Joshua Balliet with an even faster lap, a 1:34.526. These two are battling each other from across the track in terms of lap time. Tyler Markle gets into the mix of a 1:34.323 on the soft compound for Renault. Tyler Markle makes quick work of Kyle Petrie on the medium compound. You see Troy Salter in the background. So Troy Salter has to be pushing his heart out here and not make a mistake if he's trying to win this race. I don't know how he's going to gain 18 seconds on the race leader, but let's see if he can do it. Tyler Markle with another fastest lap, a 1:34.206 on the soft compound for Renault. Kyle Petrie coming out of the pit lane, I believe. No, not Kyle Petrie. That's Larry Arsenault. New front wing. It's been a bad day for Arsenal, but he's still out here trying his hardest. Tristan Allen with a 1:33.939. He may be 47 seconds off the pace, off the lead, but he has set the fastest lap of the race. 4 cars are setting the fastest laps of the race, and it's Kyle Petrie going around in sector 2. Comes Troy Salter. It's going to be a battle for 3rd place. Troy Salter on the faster, softer compound. Kyle Petrie on the more durable, medium compound. The Salter made quick work of Petrie down the front straightaway. Here he comes into the final corner. Kyle Petrie to the right side of the track, not giving Salter any slipstream. Salter just eases it into the corner. Salter with the run out the corner. Here he comes on Petrie. Petrie just gives him the spot. Makes quick work of him. Tristan Allen 133.618 on the soft compound for Renault. Tristan Allen wants to win this race. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, but he's going to drive his heart out to catch up to Ballier and Salter and Markle and Petrie. Caution sector 2. Gonna guess it was Larry Arsenal. Oh no, Larry. Buddy. Oh no. And around he goes again. Comes Larry Arsenal back to the pit lane. Making his 3rd pit stop of the day. Now I get to see what compound tire everybody's on, and we're gonna look at the fastest laps of the race. Only Tristan Allen is in the 133 bracket. We have Joshua Belli, Tyler Markle, and Troy Salter in the 134 bracket. And Kyle Petrie, Brian Glennon, and Larry Arsenal in the 135 bracket. And Joshua Ballier drifting out of the corner. This is the wrong series to be drifted in. This is Formula 1, not Formula D. And again, Ballier drifting. This is this may no longer be considered a racetrack for Joshua Ballier and McLaren. This may be one of their drift test tracks. Because he has a 7.5 second lead as he goes off into the gravel trap. Ballier is not on his A game today. He's leading the race, but he is not on his best. This is not the way Ballier runs around the track. He's usually perfect, hitting all his marks, and he's not really going off the track. But Ballier, it's unusual. It's not unusual to see him leading. It's unusual to see the way he is leading. Larry Arsenal gives way to the faster Ballier. Now 2 laps down for Larry Arsenal. And between Troy Salter, Kyle Petrie, and Brian Glennon, it is 5 seconds. Caution sector 2. Troy Salter went around. I think. Caution sector 2 and 3. Larry Arsenal, around he goes again. Larry Arsenal giving way to all the faster cars, but he is definitely not having the day he wants to have at Bahrain. Joshua Ballier, if he wins this race, this will put him on the top of the wins list. What does Joshua Ballier think of that? If he's able to close the deal here in Bahrain, say hello to a new leader to the EWRL all-time wins list. Larry Arsenal gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings just to add on to the misery of the day. Larry Arsenal is not... He's not happy. He's wrecked the car 4, 5, 6 times today. He's pit 3 times already in 26 laps. And he now gets a 3-second time penalty. Just a little bit more fuel to the fire. And Ballier is somewhat losing time to Tyler Markle. It used to be 8 seconds. It's now closed down to 3 seconds between Ballier and Markle. And Ballier's running off the track. This may be Markle, the spoiler for Ballier for the wins list. Because Markle's now gained 2 seconds on Ballier. And he continuously gains. Ballier, again, is not on his A game. He's just running around. He's not really driving the track to its full extent. He's not hitting all his marks. He's flying off these corners, and it shows in the gap between himself and Tyler Markle. Now a loss of 2 seconds on this run. See Ballier now going wide out of that corner. And if Markle can nail that corner, it should be a huge advantage. Yep, almost an entire second. It is an entire second he just gained on Ballier, because Ballier is simply not trying. And you simply cannot let your guard down in these Formula 1 races. Now 4.9 tenths of a second. You cannot let your guard down in these Formula 1 races. They're 2-hour sprint races. You must be on your A game for 110% of the race. Caution sector 2. Larry Arsenault again. If I were Tyler Markle, I'd be more of a just telling myself, hey, just drive the track, hit the marks, don't worry about them yet. By Tyler Markle hitting all his marks and driving the track perfectly, or decent enough to where he's not overdriving the car, overdriving the corners, he gains time because Ballier is not trying. He's not driving the track perfectly. He's overdriving the car at all the corners he shouldn't be overdriving the car, and it's a huge disadvantage to him, and then a huge advantage to Tyler Markle. Ballier hit that corner properly, and that should probably give him a little bit of an advantage. Tyler Markle a little bit of oversteer on exit. Yeah, Tyler's just got to keep running the track, because Ballier, I think, is trying to get back into his perfect form. But it's not really showing. It's now 4.5 seconds, the gap between Ballier and Markle. It used to be 8 seconds. Caution, sector 2. This time, Larry Arsenault. Larry Arsenault running the track perfectly. This is the model Ballier should be using, huh? Back to the lead. Ballier giving up more and more time. Salter now 17 seconds. Used to be 20. Tyler Markle 4 seconds. Used to be 8. Tyler Markle continues to close the gap. This may be Tyler Markle's first win of the season if Ballier does not play his cards right. Larry Arsenault now 3 laps down. Where does he come out? Does he affect the race lead? Maybe dirty air to Tyler Markle. Let's see what happens here. He goes way off the track. And now Tyler Markle 3 3/4 of a second. Just about. I think Ballier is finally realizing he can't be overdriving the car, but Tyler Markle continues to close the gap. Now 3 seconds. It used to be 8. Tyler Markle definitely the class of the second stint of the race. Easily. Now 2.7 tenths of a second. Tyler Markle is on his A game. And it's all mental games. Yeah, it's not even physically battling the race leader. Tyler Markle has now changed Ballier's mind just by the time he's been gaining on him. By Markle running the track perfectly, he's encouraged Ballier to try a little bit harder to maintain his race lead. Not even physically racing him has Ballier changed the way he drives the track. It's the mental reminder that you can't let your guard down in these F1 races, in these 2-hour sprint races. And now Ballier opening up a gap again. Kyle Petrie pitting this time. Ballier does not run the corner properly. Gets on the rumble strip. This may be huge for Tyler Markle if he can get a better run down the straightaway. 2.9 seconds is the gap. Markle's just got to be perfect. Can't be overdriving the car. He's just got to be running the track. He can see Ballier less than 3 seconds ahead of him, but he's not battling Ballier yet. It's just Markle and the track. Tyler Markle and the track. 2.8 seconds the gap now. And if Tyler Markle can get within that 1 second, all bets are off. I think Ballier is stronger in Sector 2, or the start of Sector 2, but Markle just completely outdoes him in the middle of middle and end of Sector 2. Markle's really outdoing Ballier now. 2.2 tenths of a second is the gap. And Markle is chasing Ballier down. It's all mind games until Markle gets within 1 second of Ballier. It's all in the mind. Markle's not even physically racing Ballier, and I bet Ballier is already nervous behind the wheel of that race car. Should be 25 laps to go in this race. Oh, Markle losing a little bit of time to Ballier. Ballier overdriving the car, massive oversteer. Here comes Tyler Markle, less than 2 seconds. Here we go, boys. It's about to be a race. Tyler Markle can see Ballier. Can see the details on that gearbox. Now these are drivers on the soft compound. When do they pit? And which driver gets the advantage in pit lane? Markle cannot be worried about Ballier gaining on him through this sector. Caution, sector 3. Larry Arsenal spins pit entry. Joshua Ballier now takes it back up to 2.2 tenths of a second. Markle closes the gap. 1.7. Ballier goes wide. Here comes Markle. 1.5. 1.4. It's all but Markle's race to lose. He just has to continue driving the track. 1.3. Ballier is going wider than Markle. Markle staying on the pavement. 1.2. He's got to get within 1 second. Just over 1.2. This is Ballier's strongest section of the track. Sector 1. .4 tenths of a second. Does Tyler Markle? Oh, Ballier's really gone wide. This may be what Markle needs. 1.018 within 1 second. Is it at DRS detection? Tyler Markle does not get DRS. 8 tenths of a second. 7 tenths of a second. He's right there. If he can stick with Ballier through Sector 3, we're going to have a battle yet again for the race lead. Coming around to 22 laps remaining in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Nighttime in the desert. What better time for racing? 6 tenths, 5 tenths of a second. And it's 6 tenths in DRS detection. Tyler Markle is there, and Ballier better start defending. Tyler Markle now closes the gap to 2 tenths of a second, makes contact, around goes Markle. All that work for Tyler Markle to go around from one little bit of contact. And let me tell you, that left rear of Joshua Ballier's car has been used up. Now that's twice he's been battling for the race lead, and he's made contact with somebody using the right rear of his car, using the right rear tire. And Tyler Markle is furious, disappointed, desperate. He chased Ballier all the way down from 8 seconds back. and made a little bit of contact, and around he went. But he was over aggressive. He should have taken his time. He knew he was faster than him. He should have taken his time. It's crazy just what can happen. But let me tell you, Ballier is definitely not the fastest car here. That is for sure. Now, does Tyler Markle have the time, the patience, the tires, the will, the desire to chase Ballier back down 6 seconds back? "21 laps remaining in Bahrain." Caution sector 3. Larry Arsenault spinning on the front stretch. And out he goes deliberately into the inside retaining wall and stopped on the front stretch. What is this going to be ruled as? No sign of a safety car being deployed yet. It's right on the front stretch. Joshua Ballier dives for pit lane. Tyler Markle takes the lead. Troy Salter to second. No safety car. Now what happens? Can the other two finish this race on a set of softs? Because they can't change to super softs yet and make it to the end. But can those two in front of Ballier make it to the end on this set of tires? I know tire wear is good at this track, and another caution sector 3. Kyle Petrie out of the race. Safety car deployed. Tyler Markle is in the lead. And both Force Indias crashed out yet again. Crashed, not classified in Bahrain. Tyler Markle, now what do you do? He's coming into pit lane now. Troy Salter now staying out. Tristan Allen, you know that's who it helps out the most. Tristan Allen is back in this race. Now under the safety car, does Troy Salter stay out or does he pit? Because we have 4 cars out of the 5 running cars. 4 of them are able to win this race on their speed. This is going to be a good battle. But when does Troy Salter pit? If he pits. Because everybody else is going to be on the fresh, soft tires. Troy Salter has yet to pit again. Is he going to risk it and try to go on the super soft compound with 17 laps to go? If I had to guess when we were going green? With that being said, he has to run at a perfect safety car period. Even these safety cars are very important on these tires. So everybody who just pitted should be able to make it to the end on their set of tires. Should be is the keyword. Troy Salter staying out. And BG, Brian Glennon, 5-second time penalty, ignoring yellow flags. Speeding under the safety car, probably. Tristan Allen is probably the happiest soul on the planet. Putting on the super soft combo, this is interesting. Can he make it to the end on a set of super softs? Is this Tristan Allen's race to lose? I'm really interested to see the strategy for Troy Salter. Does Troy Salter pit on the last lap before the safety car? Or last lap before the safety car is over and have the freshest super soft compound tire? I think Troy Salter may be just taking the safety car, taking the length of the safety car to think of what compound tire he's going to go on. Tristan Allen's decided he's going on the super soft compound. There's no way Troy Salter's going to stay out this entire safety car period and not pit. Let's see. Safety car's going in this lap. Oh, Troy Salter is on the oldest tires. Is he going to defend on his old set of softs? Green flag back in the air. We're racing at Bahrain. Brian Glennon down the inside looking for the race lead. Brian Glennon to the race lead at Bahrain. And down the inside of Brian Glennon, Troy Salter. That only lasted 1 corner. Troy Salter back to the race lead here in Bahrain. Brian Glennon's not done yet, but here comes Tyler Markle. Here comes Tyler Markle around the outside of Brian Glennon. And Markle now clear of Glennon. Glennon dives it into the corner, brakes. Valier Allen stuck behind Glennon. Troy Salter on the oldest tires, out here leading this thing. And now all 5 of these cars are going to be going nose to tail for the race lead. Does Troy Salter have the tires to make it to the end of the race? Comes Tyler Markle on the fresher tires. 2 of a race lead or not. Here comes Troy Salter back down the inside. Can Troy Salter defend for 15 laps? Because this time by will be 15 laps to go into the Bahrain Grand Prix. Does he have the tires and the desire to defend that long? Tyler Markle down the inside to the race lead. Troy Salter still side by side. And around goes Troy Salter. Off the nose of Tristan Allen. Tristan Allen now up to the second position. He was leading this race earlier. Tyler Markle with the fastest lap, 1:33.606 on the soft compound for Renault. Troy Salter makes his way to the pit lane. Troy Salter now riding 5th place, 30 seconds behind the race lead. And the race lead is now 2 Renaults going toe-to-toe, different compounds. Tyler Markle on the softs, Tristan Allen on the super softs. What does Tristan Allen do? He looks to the inside. Tristan Allen fastest lap, 1:31.842. A 1:31. That is a second faster than Tyler Markle's lap. Maybe a second and a half. Almost 2 seconds actually. It is 1.8 tenths of a second now, side by side down the straightaway to turn 3. Tristan Allen with the advantage. Clear Tyler Markle with the crossover. Tristan Allen maintains the lead. Joshua Ballier being invited back into this mix. Allen off the track, around the outside goes Tyler Markle, now side by side out of the corner. Down to the heaviest braking point on this track. One of the hardest corners on the track. Tyler Markle activates the DRS back wing. Tyler Markle just fell outside the 1 second bracket. This is Tristan Allen's race to lose now. Tristan Allen, Tyler Markle, toe-to-toe. Ballier, 2.5 seconds back. Tristan Allen is running away with this, but Tyler Markle barely keeping it in the DRS range. 12 laps remaining in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Does Ballier have anything to say? And around goes Ballier! When does Joshua Ballier make a mistake? Almost never. Shocking race from Joshua Ballier. He just... this race has just been... Joshua Ballier's lost this race on lap 1. But from lap 1, Ballier has not been on his 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings for Joshua Ballier, adding fuel to the fire. Ballier seemingly will not take the lead of the all-time wins list just yet. He's tied at 16 wins. It'll have to wait another race. But Ballier, since lap 1, has not been on his A game. He lost the pole to Troy Salter in qualifying. And he and Troy Salter went around lap 9. He and Tyler Markle made contact a few laps ago. But the way Markle was able to catch up to Ballier and make the contact was that Ballier was just not running the track the way he should be. It's not like him. He's a dominant driver who should be running this track perfectly. He usually does that. It's Bahrain, one of the easier tracks on the schedule. There's no reason he should be overdriving the car like he is. And Tyler Markle was 8 seconds back, and he was able to gain all of that time and catch up to Ballier. He caught up to Ballier, and he tried to pass him, and he got to his inside, entering turn 1, and he hit his right rear tire and went around. So Ballier was back out front with a 6-second lead, but he hasn't deserved to be up there. He didn't make as big as mistakes as other drivers, but he was up there solely because of luck. He just hasn't been running the way he should be, and now it's proving. He just made another mistake. He spun out by himself. When does Joshua Ballier make a mistake by himself? Make a mistake. Or lose time at his own fault. It's rare for Ballier to mess up the way he is, and he's looking to finish behind Brian Glennon, which that might be something extremely disappointing to Ballier. The goal every week for everyone should be to at least beat the Sauber, and if Ballier can't beat the Sauber, there's no reason he shouldn't, but does he have the pace to beat Brian Glennon? I mean, and all day, Ballier has not been the fastest car. To be fair, it's been Tristan Allen, Tyler Markle, Troy Salter, faster cars of the day. But Ballier's been up bleeding, and he's just been not running the track the way you should be. And it's biting him in the ass. He made the mistake a few laps ago, and his race is all but over, especially with a 3-second time penalty. Just adding fuel to the fire. Ballier's more than likely lost this race. And it's just been an ever-going chain of events that has caused The potential loss of the race. Tyler Markle to the race lead. Side by side down the back, down the straightaway to the final corner. Tyler Markle with the advantage. When did this happen? I don't know. I thought this was Tristan Dallon's race to lose on the super soft compound. Those tires are wearing out. Tyler Markle makes easy work of Tristan Allen. 9 laps remaining in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Does Tristan Allen have the car to fight back his teammate to win this race? I thought this was Allen's race to lose. And you know what, guys? I don't think Ballier is gaining any time on Brian Glennon. Now Tyler Markle hasn't opened a gap that he'd like to have yet on Tristan Allen. Tristan Allen is staying in a decent range, not a range enough to attack just yet. We'll see here down the front straightaway he'll have DRS and he'll be in the slipstream with Tyler Markle. So he picks up the DRS. See what happens here. Down the front straightaway, 8 laps to go. Tristan Allen looking for a way around Tyler Markle. Looks like there's a battle for the 3rd position. On board, Joshua Ballier. And Ballier does get around Brian Glennon. He's just got to maintain that spot and save himself from a little bit of humiliation. But honestly, this has been Ballier's losing race. He's lost this race from qualifying. And so, 3rd place, if that's where he ends up finishing, that's about what he deserves for today. Back to the battle for the race lead. Tyler Markle's now opened up 8.5 seconds to Tristan Allen, coming around 7 laps remaining in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Here comes Tristan Allen fighting back, looking for the race lead again. Who wants this race more? It's going to come down to 2 teammates, this time by 6 laps remaining at Bahrain. Tristan Allen right there on the gearbox of his teammate Tyler Markle. Both of them driving their hearts out for the Renault racing team. Renault's happy that they've got two drivers, 1 and 2 here in Bahrain. But which one of these drivers wants to win more? Tyler Markle with the lead right now. Tristan Allen in second. What looks to be more the faster car was Tristan Allen all day, until it was Tyler Markle setting a faster lap. And then they went back and forth, along with Troy Salter and Ballier. And now, Tristan Allen has the fastest lap of a 1:31.843. He is on the super soft compound, the fastest compound here. And it's just insane. Does Tristan Allen, are his tires still there? Does he have the tires, the grip left in the tires to complete a pass and defend Markle from Markle? Tristan Allen is kind of patiently waiting, hoping Tyler makes a mistake, because I don't think those tires are in good enough condition to overtake him. I think he's more or less hoping and praying that there's a mistake. 5 laps remaining in Bahrain. Tyler Markle has now opened the gap to over a second. That is not what Tristan Allen wants. If he loses the advantage of having DRS, this race is pretty much over. And that time at DRS detection, he was 1.2 tenths of a second off of Tyler Markle. He's losing more time, 1.3, 1.5. Tristan Allen has pretty much lost this race. If he can't get back into DRS range and make an overtake, he's losing more time. He's probably worn those tires to shreds, 1.7 tenths of a second, and losing time to Tyler Markle. Tristan Allen, his race to lose on the super soft compound. Is it going to be Tyler Markle on the soft compound making the better strategy choice, the more durable of the two compounds, but the slower? Because Tristan Allen set the fastest lap and was able to stay with Markle on the faster compound. But Tyler Markle was able to stay out longer on the more durable compound. So now, is this Tristan Allen drowning in his mistake of a strategy choice? Because if Tyler Markle doesn't make a mistake, this is now his race to lose, coming around to 3 laps to go. And all he's got to do is drive the car the way he's been driving it all day, hit all his marks, and it's pretty much over, because he has no pressure from Tristan Allen anymore. He's now 2.5 seconds back, and he continues to lose time. It's not looking any brighter for Tristan Allen, and he's now probably just trying to hang on to his second place finish, trying to be a 1-2 for Renault. For the McLaren in 3rd place, Joshua Ballier. He's led most of the race. Brian Glenn has left the race, but Joshua Ballier's led most of the race. Pretty much was never supposed to win this race. He just wasn't showing it. He was up there by pure luck. Most people would agree. He definitely isn't the fastest car, and probably just less mistakes is all that Ballier had. in order to lead. And on that last restart, he just got out-driven by the faster cars. That safety car really killed Ballier's chances to win this race, if he was going to win this race if it stayed green, because Tyler Markle has the car to catch up if he's able to pull 11 seconds on Ballier. Even Ballier making a mistake of spinning out on his own. That's going to be forever a shocker that Ballier doesn't make many mistakes when he races. And making a small mistake like that was huge. We now watch Troy Salter overtake Brian Glennon. A little bit of just battle overtaken for pride. P4 looks to be the case for Troy Salter. Tristan Allen now riding comfortably 2.7 seconds behind Tyler Markle. 2 laps remaining in the Bahrain Grand Prix. Caution, Sector 1. Troy Salter's gone around. Tyler Markle now coming around. 2.8 seconds is the gap he has over Tristan Allen. Through the final corner to start the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix. All he has to do is bring it home. When they qualified, we never thought Tyler Markle would be the one to win it in the desert, in the middle of nowhere in Bahrain. Shakir, Bahrain, where this track is located. Tristan Allen making one final hoorah to 2 seconds back. It won't be enough unless Tyler Markle makes a mistake in these final 2 corners. Tristan Allen throwing the kitchen sink to win this race. Tyler Markle through the final corner takes his first win of the 2017 EWRL F1 season. Tristan Allen comes home second. Joshua Ballier finishes third, even with the 3-second time penalty. Waiting on Troy Salter to cross the line. Troy Salter does finish the race in 4th. Tyler Markle victorious in Shakir, Bahrain. That's Tyler Markle's 14th career EWRL win and his 4th in Formula 1. It is a Renault 1-2 with Tyler Markle and Tristan Allen and Joshua Ballier in third. The podium celebration. And here's your final race results. Tyler Markle, Tristan Allen, Joshua Ballier, Troy Salter, and Brian Glennon, top 5 and are the only drivers who get points. Kyle Petrie and Larry Arsenault do not get points for not finishing the event. Alright, well, thanks for watching the Bahrain Grand Prix, EWRL F1 Season 3, Tyler Markle victorious and Shakir. We'll see y'all next week for the Russian Grand Prix.